let's continue playing Phoenix Point. When we last left off, there's a Pandoran lair in close proximity. And I think we have to go and try and deal with it. We have a bunch of people who aren't entirely ready for it. We have another couple of people in here who definitely aren't ready for it. But once we have enough people healed, let's have a go anyway. I have a feeling this is going to be extremely poor for us, but let's go. Oh, pause. Let's send the other one out as well. I guess we can also send Steve. See if Steve actually wants to play today. Yep, and we will wait because we want the second one in position as well, do we? Well, actually, I meant to do something else, but fine. Move there. Start mission. Okay. So, 10 of 8. We could save 2, and we got a couple of injuries, so... Unfortunately, you're our only sniper. Take you out, and take you out, and hope that Steve's actually going to behave and have some missiles for a change. With all our heavy weapons in. Let's see what can happen. Nope, it's still out of ammo. And what the heck is that thing? Proximity detection. It has roots, so it's not going to move very far, but... It is now preparing. I'm not sure what we've got that will help us prepare for it, but... Quick aim, and we're taking 2 shots at this thing, I think. I think torso is definitely the answer here, although... Yeah, we don't seem to be able to take anything else out of it, so torso for extra damage seems the best option. So S.T.E.V.E and some missiles would come massively in handy. I've still got time units. You do, and
all set.
You do.
Taking aim.
Head disabled, which is fine. Interestingly, multiple heads to disable, which I guess makes a sort of sense. Steve can do nothing. If we hit the torso again, that should finish it. Reload, and then one more shot. I mean, it is bleeding, isn't it? So it should just die? Yeah, Steve can do nothing. Other than scouts. But, yeah, okay. We've had worse starts, I guess. Especially given we got a Steve that can't do anything. Very wary of the egg that's up there, but we'll deal with that in a moment, I'm sure. I suppose we can use you as an APC. Well, whatever that was, it was dead before it could do a lot. Bunch of tritons. He has run off into the distance, so okay. Oh, hello, Siren. Right, good news. We got a siren to deal with.
Executing.
Excellent news. We can do this. And throw some rocks on it.
Aiming.
Yep, okay. Let's just see what we can do here. Hoping for some additional headshots, of course, but we'll take what we can get. There are various shots that we can make that don't look safe. Good news is, sniper is quick aim. And that means we can, in theory,
Ready to
disable
engage.
its biggest threat. Unfortunately, we can't do a second quick aim, but we could just take a couple of shots.
Aiming. Steel on target. Target missed.
Alright, Steve moves out the way. Don't think you're stealthed anymore, unfortunately. Still. Lot of action points to do a reload. So that'll have to do there. Right.
I'm on the move. Confirming target.
Next up, that would be a rather silly move. Until we move Steve out of the way. Then I consider it a move we're going to take.
Target missed.
So dash, move, and dash, move, and shoot, I guess. Siren can still definitely claw us to death, but I would be much happier getting rid of that.
Bullseye.
So there's a Chiron nearby as well. You've gone for miss, which makes sense. Missed all the shots coming back, which at least gives us a bit of time. But if we're only dealing with 2, then this shouldn't be too bad. Right. It's also 16, but would cause additional bleed damage. Still. It's on 12 hit points. Yeah, I think we'll just take it out.
Hostile down.
I'm ready.
Out of ammunition for that. Okay, good. Spotted him. That means I can now fire with you.
Preparing to fire.
Which I hoped, honestly, would be more effective than that.
Standing by.
Here.
Honestly, I just need to hit him, so... Destroying the equipment's not too bad. That at least means he can't do much to us anymore. And he should be dead on the bleed damage. Okay. You're fine exactly where you are. And I don't really want to have a shot at the egg just yet, because I'm fairly certain you'd miss. Yep, Steve's found a friend. And by friend, I mean target. A couple of targets, actually. And we found the Chiron as well. Well, this wasn't going to be a fun mission.
Confirming target.
Start with the requirement that this hits. Alright, undisabled, not bad.
What's our move?
We need to do 100 here, so let's just avoid the carapace. Actually, the leg's the easiest target. Ah! That was a bad miss. That was an extremely bad miss. Especially as you hit with the pistol immediately afterwards. Oh, you're out of ammo. Well, we can move and potentially try and deal with one of them. mean, in theory, that one's melee only, so let's see what we can do with you. Nothing is the answer to that. And you might as well go home. I mean, unless I can find some equipment. Steve serving a purpose right now. I think the truth of the matter is there are too many of them. We can't be accurate enough. We can't deal with the poison worms as well. I don't have enough shots available. I have a trooper who can't do anything. He is going to die if I don't get him rescued. Steve also can't do anything.
That's a kill.
That might even be my best bet, just try and make them fail panic checks. Unfortunately, you've got to make the move here, because otherwise, I can't kill you. Well, our pistol-wielding shock trooper is probably still our best troop right now.
I'm
Who we got
ready.
left? You. Head disable, 154 damage. That was a good round of shooting, actually. It's a shame I don't have any way to finish that off. And a real shame, for whatever reason, we keep sending Steve out with no rockets. Good thing is their accuracy seems terrible right now. We might be able to win this mission, maybe, but it's not looking like we're going to keep everybody alive at this point. And we haven't even found what we're actually trying to get to at this point, which is the thing. There's at least 4... Yeah, we're up against 5 enemies right now. Six enemies, and one of them being a siren means that we've got other problems. No ammo in inventory. Oh, God damn it. This is... Yeah, it's realistic, but it's honestly not good for us.
What's our move?
Comms online.
So I don't think I can move close enough to even attack these right now. Can't do anything with you. I've just knocked your cover away, haven't I? That was extremely useful of me.
Here.
You can't see anything anyway,
Right
so
there.
I'll just move you behind cover. Overwatch. Behind cover standby, and yeah, observational things because I can't do anything else with you. Second siren, yeah, we can't win this mission.
Okay.
No, it's not, but we'll retreat anyway.
Running. Moving.
I think that sums that up. So yeah, we can't really deal with a Pandoran lair right now, and also I'm struggling to work out if we can deal with any of the missions at this point. So clearly we have to be able to deal with that at some point. Oh, in exile, I suppose.
Research complete.
We'll have that. We did however get the Terror Sentinel. Hyper-aware living turret. Interesting. And yeah, it'd be absolutely lovely if we could get this, but doesn't look as if we can.
Construction complete.
Well, we have a couple of food facilities online now, so that's something going for us. We should possibly be sending up more people to explore, but we are so badly crippled right now.
Research complete.
Okay. Or are they receiving orders from an outside force? foreign creatures must be liberated first. Well, nice to know that we are causing hostility all around at this point. Okay. We still have to capture a Triton. We haven't actually done that yet. Alright, well, in theory, the S.T.E.V.E. pattern thing is now ready and done. So we'll move to this unexplored site since it's been on our radar for a while and we just haven't done anything with it.
Construction complete. The new Jericho Haven is under attack.
Oh, where is that? I'm of a strong opinion that I've already reached the point where I can't actually finish this game. I might be wrong, and we're certainly going to keep trying, but I'm slowly reaching the thought that actually I've come a bit too far and they've progressed a little too quickly. I've not progressed fast enough. Maybe I should have been attacking havens for stuff more often. Maybe I should have been more aggressive. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown away soldiers. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to ally with absolutely everybody. Don't know. I mean, even with my sort of initial plan of attack the Subs of Anu, I've only really found one, maybe two of their actual facilities full stop. Yeah, basically that one. Which, to be honest, not the best of things. But, oh dear. Well, I'm going to consider things because it may be just the case that I have to restart this. I'm not convinced it's impossible, but I'm getting more and more convinced, especially as the game throws more obstacles in the... More actually, the fact that with the patch, it's now costing 1 willpower to dash. That's really the problem. S.T.E.V.E., I'm never going to say this about the Cult of S.T.E.V.E., of course, as you know. They are all-seeing, all-knowing, all-powerful, and the talisman of our efforts to defend this planet, but they have just not been effective. Not really effective, anyway. If I could recruit people in my bases as normal, maybe I could do something, but that is not currently the case. We stretched out to try and get to those things, and while we might have something come from the research that we're doing, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone massively out to try and find bases earlier. Maybe I should have made sure all the bases were set up. Maybe I should have, you know, invested in trade a bit more. Plenty of mistakes could have possibly have been made. For now, we're going to see whether S.T.E.V.E. has guns. Falcon cannot hear the Falconer. So mental control is definitely something that's happening. Protect as many civilians as possible. Okay. If S.T.E.V.E. is not ready... I should have put an extra personal forward. I could have done that. Oh well. If S.T.E.V.E. is not working, I think we're just going to abandon this. Oh dear God, S.T.E.V.E. has missiles. Okay then. We'll see what we can do. Until next time. 2 men in a tank. Attempting to save a new Jericho base. This is probably not going to go all that well. Even though S.T.E.V.E. at least now has missiles, and so it's possible that it could. I just don't think it will. Alright, so we've got one that we can save potentially there.
Ready for action.
And I think we are going to move in, and we are going to probably move in and try and rescue people here, if only for lines of sight. Next up, we're going to move Steve up here because we want to move him close to where the people are. Stand by and stand by. Well, the plus from this is I at least have a potential position to put a rocket. Downside is I think we're going to lose about 3 people before we can do anything about this. Maybe 4. Alright, so we have 5 aliens, I think.
Sprinting.
We might be able to save 2 of them. Mech Arms Energy Pack. Probably we're taking one of those. I mean, we can build Mech Arms anyway, but I'm just going to take them in case we end up running from this mission, which is very much a possibility. Meanwhile, let's throw some missiles.
Five by 5.
I might actually have been able to, you know, save somebody with that. Alright, they got a Sharon at the back as well. Okay, we know we can't daisy chain, so we're just going to run you out. Where'd you find the siren? Oh, for God's sake. I think I've got the sense that we can't do this. Again. I am being a bit defeatist, but I honestly don't think anybody can blame me too much for this. No one to blame but myself for my lack of knowledge of the game, but we are being punished hard at the moment. Which is fine in its own way, but... But I also have the inevitable feeling that there's just nothing I can do about it. Hello. Yes, up against 9, 10 aliens. In the knowledge that we can't do a lot, 2 of them can take over our last 2 soldiers. I think the option from now on is to restart, because I don't think we can actually do it from here. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that. That is the Let's Play done at this stage. Phoenix Point have lost. I can't even get the soldiers to safety at this point. I can't kill the sirens to free you up. I can't do anything with you to help out. So, yeah. That's the Let's Play for the time being. We'll definitely come back to it, probably straight away in all honesty, but I think it's going to require a complete reboot and restart to give us any kind of hope of progressing the campaign. Because otherwise we're just running away from every single combat. We can't really progress, except in the story-related things. But, oh well. We've learned, and we'll use that knowledge on run 2, but yeah, that's us done. Until next time.